Good afternoon, Year 3 Amber. Mr. Goodall here. And for this lesson, we'll be carrying on with the book, Hey Mum, What is Diversity? And in this lesson, we're going to be exploring character differences. Our LI for this lesson is to explore character differences and your own, which means we'll be exploring differences of the characters in the book, and then we'll be exploring differences you might have with your family and your friends. Please pause the video while you write this LI down. As we'll be covering many differences in these next 4 pages that we're going to read, we're going to recap the meaning of diversity, because this book is all about differences encompassed by one word, diversity. So diversity is a range of different things, and understanding that each person is different and being able to see your own differences. Pages of Hey Mum, What is Diversity? I have red hair, you have strawberry blonde hair, and your dad has no hair. Sally laughed at the way her mother said no hair. Everyone's hair is different. Different colours, styles, lengths. It can be straight, curly, or in between, and sometimes it's not even there. You are a girl, and your little brother is a boy. You are both human, but different. I am old, and you are young. We are different ages. Your friend Jaylin lives with her sister and father, and her mother lives in another state. They are a family just like us, but there are differences. You have a brother, and she has a sister. You both have a father and mother at home. She only has a father. So the 3 new words are strawberry blonde. We're going to be looking at words for no hair. And then we are going to be looking up the definition of different. So our first new word we're going to be looking up is strawberry blonde. So strawberry blonde is a person who has reddish blonde hair, like Sally in the book. So please pause the video whilst you copy that down. So let's move on to our next definition, which is no hair. So we're going to be, rather than the definition, we're going to be looking up words which can mean no hair, and then look them up on here. So the main word for no hair we have is bald. So let's put that into Learner's Dictionary, or look it up in a dictionary if you have one to hand. So bald of a person is having no hair or very little hair on the head. Please pause the video while you copy this down. So our final definition for this video is going to be different. Now this can have very, very many definitions. So our 2 definitions that we have mainly consist of the same thing. So not of the same kind, or not the same, or not ordinary, or common. So having something in common with someone means that you have something the same with someone else. So you have something in common. So please pause the video while you copy these definitions down. So just to recap our definitions, strawberry blonde is reddish blonde hair. So that could mean a combination between red and blonde hair. Another word for having red hair could be ginger. So it doesn't have to be literally red. It can be a shade of orange, which we call ginger. No hair, which also means the word bald, is having no hair or very little hair. So if you see someone with very little hair or no hair on top of their heads, one word you could use to describe them is bald. And different, finally, is not the same. So what same means is something that you have, which you know, something you can be both dark haired. That would be called the same hair. But if one person was, for example, in this story, strawberry blonde, and someone else had dark hair, that would not be the same. Now we are going to be exploring differences between the characters, starting off with Sally and Sally's mum. So we're going to be structuring our sentences like this. Sally has, and then we're going to read the book and see what features Sally has. So that could be her strawberry blonde hair, for example. And then we're going to use the word however, which is another word for but. Sally's mum has, and list what Sally's mum has which is different. Sally's mum describes differences in the book is as follows. I have red hair, you have strawberry blonde hair, and your dad has no hair. Sally laughed at the way her mother said no hair. Everyone's hair is different. Different colours, styles, lengths. It can be straight, curly, or in between. Sometimes it's not even there. So what I'd like to do is read those words and then have a look at the picture to find more differences between the way Sally and Sally's mum look. So it could be what they're wearing, how their hair is done, their colour eyes, could even be the length of their noses or facial features. So have a look to see what's different about Sally and Sally's mum, and pause the videos whilst you do to fill in the sentences we previously discussed. So next, we are going to be exploring what differences Sally has with her friend Jaylin. So we're going to be using the same sentence structure Sally has, however Jaylin has, but this time using Jaylin instead of Sally's mum. So differences can be visual differences and what they look like. So we'd look at the pictures for that, and also exploring what Sally and Jaylin have for family. On this page, we explore the differences between Sally and Jaylin. Her mother says, your friend Jaylin lives with her sister and father, and her mother lives in another state. They are a family, just like us, but there are differences. Right, I should clarify the word state. State is an area of the country that people live in. So you might know people who live in different areas of the country, whether they be family or friends. So I'd like you to look at Jaylin, go on some physical characteristics, and then recap the words we've just read about Jaylin's family. Jaylin lives with her sister and father, and her mother lives in another state. But they are a family just like us, but there are differences. So I'd like you to write about those differences. Please pause the video here whilst you do so. So what we're going to be doing now, year 3, is writing differences comparing ourselves to other people we may know. So that could be family, friends, for example, mothers, cousins, brothers or sisters, or friends that we know either in school or outside of school. So the differences we're going to be writing can be physical, such as hair colour, body shape, and clothes we like to wear. And differences like we may have interests in other things, such as football, music, or TV or video games. Or we could write about some family differences. So here's a sentence structure for this part of the lesson. I have, so it could be blonde hair, blue eyes. However, my brother, sister, cousin, mother, father/friend has brown eyes, dark hair, for example. And you can write about differences in their family or what they like to do. If you're using a friend, it's important that you don't use their name. You just write my friend. But copy down which relative or friends that you intend to use, and just that one relative or friend. So the aim of this exercise is to explore differences between yourself and the people around you. So please use the book as reference. So scroll through this video to pages of the book that I've read, and pause the video here whilst you think of differences and write them down. Like last lesson, you can ask an adult to record these differences in a voice memo using the same sentence structure if you like. So please submit your work and voice memos if you use them to year3@grange.harrow.sch.uk. Thanks very much for partaking in this lesson.